there's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, yeah, it is this city of rock and roll. And in the footsteps of Hendrix, Cobain, and so many others, another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Got a good one here today as part of our John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Series between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And off we go from Cleveland. This return starts at the 5. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And leading them out, entering the league as a third-round pick, Brock, and one of college football's all-time passing leaders, Dillon Gabriel.
Not hyperbole at all to call Dillon Gabriel's collegiate career one of the most productive in the sport's history. He set a ton of records across UCF, Oklahoma, and ultimately at Oregon, and I can't wait to watch the lefty sling it in the NFL.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off the play action. Here's Gabriel. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Gabriel, 1st and 10. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
After the sack, defense has got to be feeling good. Here comes 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Gabriel. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Throwing on 3rd down, Gabriel. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the 4th-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
From Mr. Irrelevant just 3 years ago to one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL, Brock Purdy has just been the model of competitive grit. And Kate, these 49ers just feed off of it. Is he the most talented? No, but he plays with tremendous heart, and his teammates follow him.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Purdy setting up that play action. Escapes the pocket. Even 5 on the play. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
First and 10 now from the 46. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. And gain 11 on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
49er first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
And send their tight end right. First down, and they go right back to it. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They stick with McCaffrey. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Following the play, one of the 49ers still pretty shaken up. Trainers getting out there to see what's wrong. Third down, line to gain, 9 yards out. A tight end in motion now. McCaffrey on third down. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
On 4th down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And this is going to stick him deep on their own side. That's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Now start on the ground. It's 4. Escapes the defender. And they don't get the stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
That's good for a Browns first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on first. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They've got first down here from the 36. Judy will go in motion right. Another one for 4. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Gabriel here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
'49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this third down play. Third and long for him here. Roll left side, and Tillman has it. Picked up a good chunk, but they stop him shy of the first. It's 4th and short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, Gabriel. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Handoff running left. 4. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with 4. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Second down run by 4. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Gabriel now to throw on 3rd. He's going to run for it. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Gabriel. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Isaac Gorindo to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Throw right side is caught by Jennings. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Browns are in the nickel for this 3rd down call. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. 1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Completed over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They gain 11 on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. Winning there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down. Thomas Morstead on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. Back out now comes the Browns offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Gabriel to the air now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Working now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 32. Sticking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Throwing from the gun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this 1st quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offenses look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He throws a bullet to the center. He's got it deep downfield. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 13-0 lead. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown, his 2nd scoring catch of the game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Galindo to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. San Francisco to the line. He's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Purdy on 1st down. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that gives the 49ers the 1st. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That's going to be caught by his... That ball is loose. And this is going to be Browns football.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, it's 4. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Finds him over the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Browns 1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Forward, straight ahead. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Give up the middle to 4. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Gabriel. That one's caught by Tillman. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's good for a Browns first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Ford. And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Gabriel now. Setting up the screen. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Ford on the counter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Well, look at here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
From the gun, Judkins. Solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. This is Ford on the handoff. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Browns take a 20-zip lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And the point after is good by Schmidt. And the Browns stretch their lead to 21.
49ers nothing.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Window to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Has good room at the 35. Down the sideline to the 45. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background that every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Purdy throwing here. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And they take him down right along the 30. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down, San Francisco.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. That play good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
All set now, 1st and 10. On the toss, it's McCaffrey. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Purdy. That's more of the catch out left. And he'll go down here at the 16.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. It's on target to Moore. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
McCaffrey. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's McCaffrey again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers get it back to a 14-point game.
49ers 7.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. To return, Jerome Ford. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. First call here coming from the shotgun. Off the play action. Here's Gabriel. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Gabriel here from the gun. They want him again, and he goes down again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing third down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. Third and long for him here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. A third consecutive sack. The defense totally dominating this drive, Brock. That brings up fourth down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for him as they still trail here. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up first and 10. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That's a pickup of 9. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So first down from the 41. Here's McCaffrey. He scrapes together a yard at most. It's 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To the air on third and long. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So fourth down is going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that gets him back to within 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's 4. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. From the gun, Gabriel. He's got a man left. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. They'll throw. Third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Browns first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
First down, Gabriel. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is second and 17 after the sack. The throw now. Here's Gabriel. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Gabriel setting up to throw. He lofts it deep right side. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Corey Bajorquez on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. So here come the 49ers on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Thomas Morstead heading back out for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Punt meets him at the 28. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Browns and Dylan Gabriel headed out for their next shot. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Gabriel to the air now. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Throwing on 3rd down, Gabriel. Got for big yards on the right side. And he has this down to the 34. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
34-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throw right side, caught by Fannin. And they take him down right along the 30.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Working from the gun. It's Gabriel. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And that's a 1st down from Gabriel as he slides to a stop.
It's a gain of 18.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Gabriel, 1st and 10. Drops back. Needs an open man.
It's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now Gabriel. He's got it, in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
So this is Andre Schmidt to attempt this Browns field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Schmidt connects. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the 2nd best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the final play of our 1st half. Looking to throw. Lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our 1st half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. And here is Schmidt to send this away. Gorindo to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The 49ers offense ready to get to work to begin this 3rd quarter. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start the 2nd half with McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Putting a receiver in motion. Purdy on first down. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Kittle makes the catch. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They strike for 23 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the gun, McCaffrey. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
49ers 17.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Running left, here's Ford. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Gabriel here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the ladder. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Gabriel the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Browns 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Here's Gabriel, 1st and 10. Big strike downfield to Judy. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. And with enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Browns 1st down.
At the 23-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's a toss play. Ford can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gabriel. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Jerry Judy. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Here's Gabriel. And the 49ers rush gets home and they drop him. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
So the Browns sending out Andre Schmidt on this 4th down. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. Schmidt connects, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Gorindo to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to the line. This is 2nd and 4. Running back sent in motion. From the gun is Purdy. It's Kittle over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
First down throw by Purdy. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Third and long. They're going to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. He signals for the fair catch and brings it in. The Browns and Dylan Gabriel headed out for their next shot. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Gabriel setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
After the sack, could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Throwing on 3rd down, Gabriel. He's going for it himself. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the gun, it's Ford. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First and 10 now from the 46. Working from the gun, it's Gabriel. Connects on the crosser. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Second down run by Ford. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43. That goes for a gain of just one. And that's a Browns first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, Gabriel. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On his own read, here's a gift to Ford. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Staying on the ground with Ford. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's second and 12. Looking to throw this one. Gabriel. And a man over the middle. It's Tillman. And this certainly makes the third down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Third down, 1 yard to go. There's a dive up the middle. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
First and 10. Here's Ford. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Another one for 4. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down play. Gabriel to the air now. This one's caught. He's going to be short of that goal line drop, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Gabriel takes off with it. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Ford will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Just a yard away on 3rd and goal. Here's the jumbo package. Got to keep this one and go. And he's in for the touchdown. The Browns lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead.
34, 49ers 17.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Here's Sky Moore on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Purdy. He's got 4 on left side. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
To Kendrick Bourne. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. So we're through 3 here. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. McCaffrey running between the tackles. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun. It's Purdy. Oh, he puts some air under this one. Right side. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's going to be 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Here's Ford running right. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Gabriel now to throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
At the 17-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
A give up the middle to Ford. Charge the tackle. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 11.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Gabriel. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Dumps it off to his running back. And as he goes out of bounds, we're going to hear from our referee who the guilty party is on this flag. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 2nd down.
So the penalty takes some of that distance away. Things tightening up here for 2nd and goal. Running it after the penalty. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. One down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you? Or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Last play stopped short. Still 3 yards to gain. 3rd and goal. The throw now. Here's Gabriel. Dumped off to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Well, I guess 3 isn't enough to pad the lead. They're pulling out all the stops. It's 4th and goal. They're going to try to throw for it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns put up even more points in a win. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns make it a 24-point ball game.
49ers 17.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Moore with a return. Jukes away from one. This makes it up to the 25. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
'49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 25-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Completes it downfield to Pearson. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a 1st on 4th down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Completed over the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 22. And that gives the 49ers the 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. On the toss, it's McCaffrey. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
On the gun is Purdy. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he goes, third and long. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
Oh, first and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that, so let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards, and now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
Going the wrong way. It's second and goal now, back at the 12. Here's Purdy to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he drives this forward to the 6.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for third and goal. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Free play here. Let's see what he does. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still third down.
That penalty moves them 3 away from the marker. Third down here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And the Browns get there and take him down. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's fourth and goal. Desperation time here. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers putting up points in a game decided. George Kittle, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
And bring the tight end left. They'll try to run it in. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's 4. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Toss play here. Judkins ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You know, Kate, I never get frustrated with completions. Never turn down a completion. But in this case, you really did have to look beyond that route. Not enough to move the sticks.
The Browns are lined up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. He's got it at the 24. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Has some daylight through the 40. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Give him 25 on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down, Purdy to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They get 22 out of that play. And that gives the 49ers the 1st.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down throw by Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Again, it's Brock Purdy. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers make it an 11-point ball game.
49ers 30.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play action. Here's Gabriel. 49ers closing in, and down he goes. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
It's a 10-yard loss.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Working from the gun. It's Gabriel. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on 2 sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
3rd down run from Judkins. They're going to get him again. A couple of stops now, Brock, they've made behind the line. They're going to force 4th down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. The return begins on their side of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Purdy to throw it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. That one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection deep downfield.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Yet again, he finds Kittle. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Working inside the red zone. That's McCaffrey working the sideline. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on first down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Ball still sitting on that 14-yard line. Here comes 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To throw again, it's Purdy. And he'll just throw this away, Brock, and that's going to bring us to our 2-minute warning. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. 49ers trailing by 11. To the air again, Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw it. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. So 4th down's going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro in the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Cracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
That kick obviously gets it back to a 1-score game. Now the real question, Kate, how good do those onside kicks look at warm-ups? How good did they look all week in practice? Is it time to pull out the onside kick? Or trust your defense with 2 timeouts in your pocket?
Still some time left. Most of the 2 minutes remaining. They need to get this onside kick back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we can take one more knee and celebrate.
Here's Judkins on 1st down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Gabriel takes off with it. 2nd down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout.
That's a gain of
That's
4.
all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst, but that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
On now comes their punter. This one's headed for the sideline, and ouch, we'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock, so high hopes again for this upcoming series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. They got 21 yards on the play. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Trying to push deep downfield. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw, swatted away by the defense.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
The clock has fallen into its final minutes. Here comes 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw it. Hits his running back. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here he is to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Throwing now. On target to Moore. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Here he goes, one final shot. Finding McCaffrey with the dump off. And this one's going to go out of bounds. This game is over. So the Browns come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.